council meeting. I would just like everybody to know that Councillor Curtis is on a Zoom link with us here tonight. Let me start by saying it's Economic Development Week, so everybody put their economic development hats on for the next week, and let's see what we can make happen here. So first up, I'd like a motion for the adoption of the agenda, please. Councillor Lemko makes the motion. Is there any additions or deletions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Carried. Thank you. Next up, I'll be looking for a motion for the adoption of the minutes of our last regular meeting. Councillor Warma makes the motion. All those in favor? Oh, was there any errors or omissions within those minutes? Seeing none, now all those in favor. You guys will catch on right away. Yes. Okay. So I'm up first, and the topic is a monetary donation to our twin city, Kolomea, Ukraine, from council. The proposal is to make a monetary donation from council's legislative budget to our twin city, Kolomea, in Ukraine. It is proposed by me. The background is, with the current war in Ukraine, our twin city, Kolomea, has reached out for help with procuring items like medical supplies, military supplies, tents, clothing, along with general supplies to help with sheltering the evacuees that have come from other parts of the country. A monetary donation helps our twin city purchase these items from neighboring countries versus the time and expense of having these items shipped via airplane or ship. Financial implications. Council would be looking at a donation of $1,894 from their legislative budget to add with existing fundraising dollars from an impromptu donation box at the AM Muni Spring Leaders Caucus, the town's staff donation, and St. Mary's Grad Pierogi Supper donated $1,206. The total would then be $4,000. So the communication strategy would be the monetary donation would be made at the upcoming Vegreville and area stands with Ukraine Pierogi Supper on May the 18th, 2022, and will be featured on the town's website and social media channels. So the recommendation is that council approves a monetary donation of $1,894 to our twin city in Ukraine, Kolomea. I'll take a motion for the recommendation. Councillor Bullock makes the motion. Any comments, any questions? Go ahead, Councillor Riddick.
I was just going to say thank you to some of the municipal leaders at the Alberta Munis Caucus, as well as these other groups, including the St. Mary's Grad group and our staff. We have periodic conversations with the Kolomea Council representatives and their translators, and some of their elected officials are currently serving at war right now. So their deputy mayor, for example, is serving in a mobile surgery, is what they've called it. So I'm happy that we're able to demonstrate our very real and tangible support to the community from Vegreville.
Okay, any other comments? Seeing none, all those in favor? Carried. Thank you. Correspondence. I guess I'll take this one too. Mayor McPhee and Council. It is the time of the year to be planning our yearly event, which is known to all of you as Lemonade Day. I am hoping we can work together to promote young entrepreneurs. Community Futures Elk Island region is excited to bring this entrepreneurial program back to Vegreville for our youth to learn and experience what it's like to run their own business. Community Futures is keeping our request the same as it has been in the past. We hope for your support to proclaim June 18th, 2022 Lemonade Day, provide a safe indoor space to facilitate Lemmy University June 1st and the 8th, assist us in judging the process, and to choose best tasting lemonade, best lemonade stand and entrepreneur of the area. Attend the wind-up gathering to share with our young entrepreneurs what their experience was like. We hope to hear your response at your earliest convenience. Thank you. Kathy Demetru, Project Coordinator, Community Futures Elk Island Region. So basically, they're looking for some space to run the university, the training of the kids. I know that there's downstairs and planning, there's some business license that the young entrepreneurs have to come in and apply for. So we're looking for a motion to supply the same that we have done the last couple of years. Councilor Rudy, any comments? Go ahead.
I just wanted to say I was involved the last couple of years. I got to be a judge, and it's just a really important program because it's more than like lemonade stands. They really do have to put a lot of work into it and a lot of effort. They come up with everything from their own recipes to some of the work that they did at the stands was amazing. You know, they actually had the program going with quite a number of attendants. Obviously, COVID pulled things back a little bit, but I think it was really, really interesting the way they had it done. And so, yeah, I think it's a great thing to support and for anybody to put their name forward for judging. And anyone who does, if it's a very, very busy year, don't eat anything before because you will have a lot of lemonades. So it was very good.
Okay, go ahead, Councilor Bullock.
Yeah, the Lemonade Day is a very good program for the community. I've seen actually over the past few years, a few of the young entrepreneurs spawn out from that and actually participate in the Pesica Park Market with their lemonade stands. So actually carrying on as young entrepreneurs. So that's really good to see. And that's what you want from your young community.
Okay. So all those in favor? Carried. Make it so. Next up, CAO Leggett.
Thank you, Your Worship. Pretty quick one here. So this is just following the discussion at the last ledge meeting. So the proposal is to seek council approval to have user fees for the social center drawn from the legislative budget for the May 18 pierogi supper. Following the request by Vegreville and area stands with Ukraine, we've come up with an acronym for the committee now, VASWU. To waive user fees at the social center, council discussed the request at the May 4th ledge. Administration received direction to put forward a request for council decision to authorize use of funds from the legislative budget to cover the cost of the social center as a donation to the VASWU committee. Financial implications aren't entirely known at this time as it depends on the duration of the use of the facility, but I understand a day rate is about $900 here. Yeah, the overall financial impact will be negligible to town operations. Recommendation is that council authorize the use of the funds from the legislative budget for the social center for use of the Vegreville and area stands with Ukraine committee for the May 18th pierogi supper.
Okay. Councilor Berry makes the motion for the donation. Any other comments? Okay, all those in favor? Carried. Thank you very much. I guess we're right to council reports. And we'll start with Councilor Worrell.
Thank you. I have a short one this time. I had our safety meeting and our legislative meeting and council CAO quarter meeting last week. And then today I had the core service meeting and tonight's council meeting. All my meetings line up nicely on opposite weeks. So that's all I got tonight.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Councilor Rudick.
Thank you very much. Since we last met on April 28th, I went with Your Worship and we did participate in story time at the library. Remembered how to read to little kids again, followed by coffee with the council member, and had some members of the walking group come and join us, some of whom were familiar and some of who were new to me. So that was a great opportunity to be able to hear some of their concerns and meet with the community and have some fresh conversation about items that are on their mind. Happy on May 4th to be able to make breakfast for our staff and have our safety meeting, and as well do our ledge meeting on May 4th and the quarterly CAO meeting with CAO Leggett, and today's organizational review meeting and the subdivision appeal board training today was riveting, and I've got 2 more days of it to follow, so I can't wait to be doing some more appeals.
Well, Thank you very much, and anytime that a counselor is describing things as riveting, we know it's exciting. So, Counselor Curtis, what have you been riveting?
Not as exciting and riveting as Council Rudick. Pretty short list for me as well this time. I just have our ledge meeting on the 4th as well as our quarterly CAO, and then tonight.
Okay, thank you very much. Counselor Lemko.
Thank you, Your Worship. The April 28th, I attended the Vegreville area Stands with Ukraine committee meeting, and that's some more discussions around the Pierogi Supper and all the events that are unfolding. On a light on the Pierogi Supper that's on May 18th that we were talking about, the way you can order your food, and that's is by texting a phone number, 780-208-0343. You type in your order, and then you can either dine in from 5:30 to 8, or you can pick up from 4 to 5:30 if you want to do a takeout. It's Wednesday, the May 18th. Ages 12 and over is $20, and 11 and under is $12. It's a fundraiser for the Vegreville area supports Ukraine. On top of that, the County Lamont on June 4th is hosting a pancake breakfast, and they're teaming up with the Town of Lamont and the Fort Saskatchewan District Chamber of Commerce, and they're hosting the pancake breakfast, raising funds for the Ukrainian, and in our area, our people will be there, fundraising people will be there, issuing tax receipts for donations, as well as collecting funds and supporting that. I do hope that we can have some members of our community go out and support their pancake breakfast, as they'll probably be here supporting our pierogi supper. Attended the May 4th town safety meeting and the ledge meeting the same day, and a quarterly review with our CAO. Today's meeting with the consultants for the core services review, as well as tonight's council meeting. I have one item I'd like to ask. I've been monitoring the activity of the beavers at the Kinsman Park. Unless we do something, we'll have no trees, and we don't know how long it takes trees to grow. They are, I don't know if they or he or she is doing, but the trees are coming down in record numbers. And I do know from my walks in the park where that individual is hiding in the bank. I got the spot marked, so if anyone wants to come and I'll point out where they go with our trees. Anyway, that's all I got.
Can you repeat that number again for anybody that wants to get in on the pierogi supper order or place an order?
Yeah. That number is 780-208-0343. I put our order in this morning, and it wasn't less than 10 minutes later, I got confirmation that my food will be there. So good on the committee, good on the fundraising efforts of that group and the hard work. And if you follow Facebook, 12,000 pierogies in one sitting somebody's making, and the other churches, 4,000 pierogies. They'll be able to sell out the back door of pierogies as well. So come on down on the 18th, enjoy pierogies, kupasa, and lazy holubchi, and make a donation to a good cause.
Okay, thank you very much. Councilor Berry.
Thank you, Your Worship. May 4th, I attended the town safety meeting. It was really a pleasure to see all the staff in the room again, and the council had fun cooking breakfast for them. That same day, the Vegreville Regional Health Professional Attraction and Retention Committee. Okay. We had a meeting there, and the short and long of it really is that in discussions with the doctors from the clinic that day, they are going to be in a crisis stressful position very soon. They're already down 2 doctors. Another doctor's 5-year term is up, so he'll be leaving in the middle of the summer. The one that they're hoping to recruit won't be able to come until July when he's finished his rounds here. And then, so they're really got a lot of pressure on them right now. So I think from that, we definitely need to keep lobbying to try and encourage physicians to come, healthcare workers in all to come, indicate to them just what service they are doing in town, and keep promoting it, and look to try and help them in any way that we can do for more recruitment. Another statement was made that same day by the doctors that the hospital currently is 100% full, but the majority of the patients that are there are waiting to be placed into long-term care. And this is a problem across the province. And the province is going to have to start addressing this and looking for not just more housing and low-income housing and seniors housing, but they have to start opening up and getting more long-term care. I think that it has to be realized that as the baby boomer population becomes seniors and my age group become older, there's going to be more need for long-term care. And when people are in the hospital, when the hospital staff are having beds occupied where they have to provide for those individuals, instead of caring for people who need to be in the hospital, they're caring for long-term. And it's just overburdening the healthcare system inappropriately. So we have to, as a council, start thinking about how we can actually promote and lobby to try and get them moving on something. And the public needs to be aware of it too, and the public needs to stand up and start addressing it and writing their MLAs and et cetera as well, as far as I'm concerned, because it has to change. It's been this way as long as I've been on council. And it's not getting better, it's getting worse. So I think that we need to address that. It's also the Ledge meeting that same day, council and CAO quarterly meeting. Today, I also was thrilled with the 3-hour presentation and training for the SDAB. It's somewhat similar to the, just lost it there, RAB, the other one that I'm on for
The appeal?
for the appeal. These are both appeal boards, but I thought that they did a very good presentation on it. We've actually got 3 more days to look forward to, and then we can write the test on Friday, and then tonight's regular council. Thank you.
Riveting, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, Councillor Bullock.
Okay, well, going back to April 27th, it also participated in, of course, council's role in service delivery. On May the 4th, as well with all the other councilors, there was the town staff appreciation breakfast, general safety meeting, ledge meeting, and CAO quarterly meeting. And I capped that night off with another course, or the same course, council's role in service delivery again. May the 5th, Vegreville and District Chamber of Commerce meeting. May the 9th, our organizational interview this morning, and our tonight's town council meeting. And I could back up the beaver story of Councillor Lemko's. So that is it.
Okay, thank you very much. So I just want to start, I got an invitation this morning from the Legion, because on June the 12th is Decoration Day at the cemetery, and it starts at 1 p.m. So I will be going, but if anybody else would like to attend, they put in lots of chairs out for that, so please feel free to come. Okay, so on the 27th, I was at the library with Councillor Rudick, and we read to some children, and I guess I forgot to turn the book around to start. A lot of kids like to look at the pictures, but I caught on quickly. It didn't take me long to get back in the groove. So, and then we had the coffee with the councillor, and it was a lot of questions and comments. It was I really encourage everybody to get down there, and hopefully some people show up and ask you some tough questions. It was good. On the 28th, I attended the Vegreville and Area Stands with Ukraine Committee, and lots of good work going on there, and hopefully we can just keep pushing this forward, and there's lots of upside to it. Then on May the 3rd, I had a interview with CBC Television, and it showed up on our Edmonton. Yeah, they took a lot of footage, but they didn't use much, but of me anyway. Lucky that's what sold the show, I guess. But then on the 4th, we had the meeting, the staff safety meeting, and we cooked breakfast for them, and it was nice to get everybody back in the kitchen and doing stuff like that again, and just seeing all the employees again. And then we had our ledge meeting, and plus the CAO quarterly meeting. On the 5th, we sat down and we did a lot of work with Inca on some site design, and Dale's office has been working very hard down there right now, trying to just change a few little things down there to make their footprint fit in our property. And then on the 5th, I also had a meeting with Joyce and Rod Stewart. They came and gave me a gift for the presentation of the Sovereign's Medal I gave out, which I didn't think, but it wasn't enough to share with everybody. So if you'd like to see it, it's a beautiful calendar, and it's from the Legion, and it's been donated to me. So not council, sorry, it was just me. So I guess I'm not going to share it. And it was very nice. We had a nice chat. And then this morning I too had my interview with the organizational Dr. Darrell. And I had lunch today with Dr. Jan Salaski, and we got caught up in what's going on in the hemp world. And Bob, our economic development manager, came with us. And tonight's council meeting. So that's what I have. I want to thank everybody for another couple of weeks worth of work put in here, and pretty soon we'll be getting closer to the summer months, and we'll be taking a few meetings off. Hopefully we get everything done up. So anyway, that's what we have for council. So we do have one item to discuss in a closed session. So this time I will take a motion to go into closed session. Councilor Curtis makes the motion. All those in favor? Carried. That was at 7:23. Okay, so thank you.